Inflation is dropping worldwide, CRO broke the important $5 level, and Valkyrie gets approval to start buying ETH futures. Even though we have all this big news, I still only have one question in my mind, and that is it already time to buy CRO, or do we still need to sell? And well guys, let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only Coin Baron, and in this video we have the monthly review of the current state of Cronos, and if it's worth to actually spend your paycheck this month on buying Bitcoin, Cronos, or maybe even nothing and selling your stack. So without any further ado, let's dive into the charts. The first chart we're looking at is CRO US dollar. And actually guys, I've been away for 3 weeks, had an amazing holiday, but looking at the charts, really not much happened. So these are weekly candles and you can't really see it, but we had a major event. We had the first lower low below the $5 mark. And I think it is a major event, but also looking at the structure, all the structures are still in place. We're still trading, I think, between 5.8 cent and 4.2 cent. Once you start breaking below 4.2, then we go really into the red territory. And I think, well, we might be in for some trouble. But for now, yes, we might have broken below $5 cent, but I've not seen a weekly candle below $5 cent. And overall, yeah, this is more sideways. So guys, overall, September has not really done much. Up next, we have the Altcoin Season Index. And I think we can finally start to confirm a trend we see. So in the previous month, in August, we actually had the index at level 27. And then we were already seeing this trend upwards. So we actually went from a really low level of like 7 to more like 30-ish, 30s. But then in the beginning of September, we did have a little dip below again into Bitcoin season. But I think you can really see we are heading towards altcoin season. There was quite some strength for Bitcoin versus Ethereum, I think, in the last few weeks actually. But right now, even Ethereum is recovering thanks to the approval of future ETFs for ETH. But I think we can also draw some more parallels over here, because right now we are in a pre-halving year. So next year, 2024, we will have the Bitcoin halving. And what we see in the previous halving year, so that will be 2019, well, what happened then? We had the same structure kind of. So in the summer, we were definitely below in Bitcoin season, like you see over here as well. But then we started the recovery phase, had a little dip. We also had a little dip over here in September, and then we really moved below, or actually above, into altcoin season. And then only once we started having the halving, so the halving was, I think, in May 2020, then we went down below into Bitcoin season again. But what I see is probably the same trend. So we are going into altcoin season, staying there until April 2024, when we have the Bitcoin season. But for that time, I think, guys, CRO might be rallying a bit for the upcoming months. Having said that, to draw any conclusions, we need to first know where we currently are in the cycle, and therefore use this chart days since last all-time high. And as you've previously seen in the previous video, well, what we have concluded is once we start to have this blue or more greenish color, we can kind of know we're at the start of a new cycle. We're heading towards a new all-time high. And as you can see over here, guys, we are not blue, we're not green yet. So we cannot definitely say, yeah, this is really the point in which we make the switch and only go to start bullish again. As you've seen over here, we can have one final dip. So guys, still be a bit cautious. Then let's talk about CRO versus Bitcoin. In my opinion, the most important metric. And I think we can say that in the last month, we had some exciting weeks, especially the last two. So we had again some downwards trend for CRO versus Bitcoin. And actually, we retested the close of July's low. So we actually had the lower low of actually the cycle in July, and we actually went to that level again this last week. But of course, we didn't close below. We actually couldn't even break below. So I think that's again some confirmation there is quite some strength at this low level. Especially, and then when we start zooming out, of course, we had the lower lows over here that we had in the previous cycle. So we still have some leeway, but so far we are still at the purple level. And as shown in the previous videos as well, guys, again, based on the weekly time frames, it seems we have left this downward structure and we start really recovering from here. So overall, this is still something bullish for me. However, if we need more weeks to retest this purple line over here, and we test it again and again and again, the chances of getting bigger or breaking it, and again also retesting this line. But so far, this is where we are currently standing. Let's check again in a month to see where we are. But so far, I think this purple line might actually hold. Then it's time for a conclusion. And the first tool we looked at was CRO versus US dollar. And honestly, over there, we didn't really see much change over there. So I will be neutral on this one. Then the second tool, that was actually more exciting because on the altcoin season index, we did see a positive trend for altcoins. And of course, Cronos is an altcoin, therefore this remains a bit more bullish. So a buy for Cronos and that one. Then we also have the time in the cycle. And honestly, we haven't seen any big changes or any indicators of any change so far. So therefore, we will remain neutral. And then finally, we have the Bitcoin versus CRO chart. And because we are retesting that purple line and we have no confirmation yet of a big, big jump again up, I will have to give the lose for CRO on that one. So guys, what I personally will be doing with my paycheck, because we are 2 times neutral again, I will be saving some US dollar to be able to buy some later, any cryptocurrency, whatever. I will be buying 25% in CRO and I will be buying 25% in Bitcoin. And I hope that will be somewhat of a balanced, investment for this month. Anyways, let me know what you guys are doing with your monthly paycheck. Are you buying CRO? Are you selling? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you like this kind of video, please hit the like button and subscribe for the next ones as well. But that's me, I'm the Coin Baron, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then.